Hey everyone, Coach Andy here from TradeWinds Health and Fitness, and it's Monday, so let's talk about happiness. So over the last couple of weeks, we've been talking about 10 secret things that steal your happiness. In week 1, we talked about what happens if you're too goal-oriented. Week 2, we talked about what happens when you put too much joy in material possessions. In week 3, last week, we talked about what happens when you hold a grudge. Makes you angry all the time. So for week 4, we're going to take a look backwards, which is appropriate that I just started with where we've been over the last couple of weeks. And today we're going to talk about what happens when you dwell on the past. So dwelling on the past is one of the fastest and easiest ways to really just drain your happiness. Typically what happens is we find a bad point in our life, something that went wrong, and we just focus on it. We think about it, we obsess about it, and that's literally all we do. We think about what should I have done? What could I have done differently? But here's the thing. Most of the time when we think about these things, we're actually looking through muddied glasses, I guess you could call them, or a reflection in a dirty pond, maybe a better analogy. Basically, we're thinking about a point that is from our perspective only. And not only that, but it's a perspective that may not even be true. Basically what's happening is our subconscious is trying to remember what happened. And so we're piecing it together by bits of information that we have, and they're probably not all correct. And our mind probably made up a few of them too, surprisingly enough. So realistically, as we look back, we're looking at a reflection that isn't true, and is typically darker than we think it is. And we talk about what I could have done, what I should have done. I should have done this differently. Here's the deal. The past, it's unchangeable. It's forever. It's immovable. It's frozen in time. You can't change it. So stop worrying about it. Yes, you can think about what you should have done, but in the end, that's not going to change what did happen. You can think about what you could have said, but again, it's not going to change what happened. It's already happened. The past is in the past. So stop focusing on it. So how do we fix this? Well, first and foremost, it is good to look back and reflect, but only if we ask ourselves, what could I, should I have done differently to lead to the outcome that I wanted? Now, if you can answer that question with something, that's great. Hold on to that. Because the next time this situation happens, you have that as ammunition and you can come with the outcome that you want. If you can't answer that question, it means you did everything that you could have. There isn't anything else to be done. So stop stressing about it. You gave it everything. It turned out the best way possible for what you could control. You can't control things that you have no control over. Right? Like, you can't control other people's emotions, so stop trying to. All you can do is make sure you look back and say, did I do my best? And if you did, well then so be it. Now look, I know it's easier said than done. Sometimes it's hard to stop dwelling on the past. And I can't stand here and tell you that I understand what you're going through, because I don't. What you're going through is different than what I've been through. What I can do is stand here and tell you that I know what I've been through and I know it's helped me. And what's helped me is looking back and saying, okay, did I do my best? Could I have done things differently? And would it have resulted in the outcome that I wanted? And then I turn my attention to the present, because that's where I am now. And I use the information from the past to help influence my present and make better decisions today. But that's really all I can do. Listen, if you're struggling with getting over things and learning to deal with your past, please reach out and schedule a free intro call. Talk to one of our coaches. We're here to listen. I hope this video has given you some help that you get to use somewhere down the road, because at the end of the day, that's really all we care about. Making sure that you become a happier person. So if you did like the video, please subscribe to the channel. Make sure you click that little bell so that you get notified when we do post new videos. Subscribe to our newsletter because we send these out daily as well. And thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.